Alright, now that we've got our bird defrosted and ready to go, we're going to make a little herb butter to rub down the bird to help season and add a little bit of extra moisture. So right here I've got a pound of butter. I'm really going to take, which would be about 1 full stick of butter here. And I've got some fresh herbs. I've got rosemary, sage, oregano, we've got some lemons, and I've got a little salt and pepper blend here, and a little bit of allspice. We're going to kind of season all this, mix it all together, and we'll add that under the skin of our bird. Because a lot of people, when they go about doing this, they season the outside of the bird, and that's great because you'll end up with a really tasty skin, but none of that flavor will really seep into the bird, which is what you want. So we're going to get nice and dirty here for a little bit because everybody likes playing with the food. That's the fun part of it, is getting down and dirty and playing with it. That's why kids always make a mess when they eat. So right now I'm just going to pick my herbs and get everything chopped up here real quick. And I'll tell you, one of the kicks or tricks when you're working with food is to have a sharp knife. More people get cut with a dull knife than with a sharp knife, believe it or not. So I'm going to give these a good little chop. Really help kind of blend the flavors together, make sure that we can get it evenly distributed within the meat. And if you've got a food processor at home, that would work fine too. You can throw all of this stuff straight in the food processor and let that do all the work for you. So I'm going to drop all our herbs in there. I'm going to add a decent little bit of salt in there, salt and pepper. Salt's what makes everything taste good, as long as you use it in moderation. If you don't have one of these, I would highly suggest investing in a microplane. This is a great tool. It makes zesting wonderful. So whenever I use lemons, I always like to use the zest, because here on the farm we take pride in making sure that we use every part of the fruits, vegetables, and animals that we produce here. So I don't ever like to let my lemons go without getting the zest off of them, because that's where a lot of that good flavor is. And with the zest, you get a little more lemon flavor without quite as much acidity. That's where the juice is what's going to give you a little more of that acidity. So you get a little bit more of a mild lemon flavor with the zest. But for this, I want to add a little bit of juice as well. So I got one of these handy dandy juicers, which are also great. Make it real easy. Don't get lemon juice on your hands, especially if you got a little cutter scrape. Nobody likes getting lemon juice in their hands. It stings a little bit. So I just put a little bit of fresh herb, that salt, pepper, some lemon juice, and then for a little added touch of flavor, I like to add just a little bit of allspice. It kind of gives it a little bit of depth and a little bit of warmth to that flavor. So we got that, and then I'm going to get a wooden spoon here. And my butter has been sitting out at room temperature, so it's nice and soft. So all I really want to do is try to get all this stuff mixed up real well. And then we're going to rub it up under the skin of the bird to get it nice and seasoned. And the great thing about doing something like this is you can do it a day ahead or even 2 days ahead. You let it sit in your fridge, the flavors will develop a little bit more, and so that way you don't have to wake up extra early on Thanksgiving Day. You can actually sleep in, just throw the turkey in the oven, and you'll be good to go. Alright, now we've got our herb butter all mixed together. We're going to talk about seasoning the bird. Now, a lot of people just go and season the outside of the bird, but you want to be able to get out under the meat. So what we want to do is we want to be careful and separating the skin from the breast. So I'm just going to kind of put my fingers under there and loosely separate. I want to make sure that I don't tear the skin. So I just want to try to be gentle with it. So like I said, we don't tear the skin. We're just going to kind of pull it apart from the breast. And we're going to do the same thing on this end here. And we also want to make sure that we get up under the legs do all that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our butter, we're going to push it up under the skin. You just want to feed some up under there. And then one of the easy things you can do once you get it up under there is you can just use your finger to kind of smooth it out up under there, so you don't have to worry about pushing your hand all the way up under there. Like I said, this is a great do ahead, you know, the day before. Just get everything set up and ready to go, so the next day you can relax while everybody else is running around acting like a fool. You get to sit down and actually enjoy your Thanksgiving day. And what's not to enjoy when you've got a delicious White Oak Pasture's pasture-raised turkey waiting for you?